because your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, your business not only because your goals, your dreams, your ambitions, your business not only depend on what happens to you, but on how you choose to act, to take actions, to choose how to think when things don't go on your way, when you fail, when you have a bad day. So, these are the following practical steps that I usually follow in my own entrepreneurial life and how I manage those moments, those bad days. So, for example, see things as it is, not worse than or bigger than it is. Because when you are expanding on the problem, when you are getting much more deeper down in the problem, you will just struggle. You will just end up in this cycle where you are getting and generating so much negative thoughts, feelings, emotions about this specific problem or about this specific issue. So do not expand on the size of the problem. Just see it as it is and remind yourself that there is a solution for every problem. And the next step that you need to follow is do not analyze too much on problem. If something happens to you or when you fail or when you have a bad day, just tell yourself, okay, this happened, and I will solve it. I will find a solution for it. Because analyzing too much and thinking and just getting so much emotional about the issue, about the problem, this will be an emotional suicide. So break this habit and do not analyze too much. Do not think about the problem too much. See it as it is and remember that you will go through it. This problem is temporary. And the other step that I usually follow that helps me a lot is do your morning routine. Implement your morning routine where you are moving your body, you are changing your physiology, where you are doing workout training, and you are changing the way you think, you are changing your feelings, your emotions. Because exercise, workout help you a lot in overcoming all those negative thoughts, feelings, emotions. It will help you overcome that cycle that is controlling you. So to avoid being in control of this cycle, move your body, change your physiology, do some practice, do some training, and that way you will think better, you will think more clearly about the problem, and those thoughts, those negative feelings, emotions will fade away. They will be gone when you are changing your body, and they will not be controlling you. You are the one who's controlling your health. You are the one who's controlling how to think, how to feel. And the other step that usually helps me a lot is that remember you're not alone, that there are people in your life that love you and care about you, and they believe in you, and they are supporting you, and they are with you every step of the way, and they are on your side. So do not think that you are alone in your life, that there are people who are willing to stand for you, to support you, to help you in whenever or wherever you are facing any issue or when you are having a bad day. So talk to those people, call them, go visit them, and just move yourself from your workplace, isolate yourself from that environment, and that way you are changing your physiology, you are changing your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, and you get back to work feeling happy, fulfilled, and not feeling lonely. And remember that God is with you, so you're not alone in your entrepreneurship journey. God will help you, God will stand for you, God will protect you, God love you, God supports you, God care about you. Just like you love your people, just like you love your audience, and you are willing to help and support and improve your audience, your communities, your clients' life, God is doing the same. God is helping you. God cares about you. God loves you. God with you in this journey. And the other thing that usually helps me out when I am having a bad day or when things is not working very well, so I do journaling. I reflect on a problem because we are so trapped, we are so controlled of that cycle of those thoughts, feelings, emotions, and we feel like we're stuck with them. But once you do journaling, once you journal your thoughts, your feelings, your emotions, you will realize that some of those thoughts are just like stupid voices. They're just instinctive feelings. They're trying to control you. So when you journal your thoughts, when you try to write down and reflect on a problem or on an issue, you will find out that, oh my God, the whole time I've been thinking, feeling negatively and so worried and expecting the worst scenario and making a big story or bringing my past or seeing everything or everyone negative about my life. So when you journal, you would find that that issue, that problem is so stupid. It's very small. It shouldn't impact you. It shouldn't draw your attention. It shouldn't consume or waste your time, your energy. You would find out that it's stupid. It's not worth it to impact your health, to think, feel negatively about everything, about life, just because of some stupid problem. So journaling will help you that become aware of those thoughts, of those feelings, of that cycle that is trying to control you. And instead, you control them when you are doing reflection. The other thing, and that helps me a lot, and this step is very powerful, where I always remind myself how proud I am, how proud I should be on myself. I always review all the accomplishments, all the achievements, all the great things that I have done in my life, the people that I have helped, the people that I supported, the great things that I've done in my life, all the progress, all the achievements, the accomplishments that I have done in my life. This usually reminds me that I'm so proud of myself. I love myself. I care about myself. I care about my health. I shouldn't focus my time, my energy on any problem. And I remind myself that I will go through it, even though if I'm struggling, even though if I had a bad night's sleep, even though if I had a bad day, even if I failed once in my business, even if I failed or met many setbacks, challenges in my entrepreneurial life, I remind myself I'm unbreakable, I'm unstoppable, I can do it, I will go through it, I will make it through. I promise myself, I promise everyone, I am strong, I'm confident, I can do it, I will go through this issue. I will have great days, wonderful days are waiting on me. That dream life, that dream vision is waiting on me. My goals, my dreams are there. I'm reaching out there. In fact, if you're not having problems, if you're not facing issues, you're not doing hard work. You're not working on your goals, on your dreams. Every successful entrepreneur went through so many challenges, so many problems. They had many bad days, many sleepless nights until they achieved those goals, until they made their dreams come true, until they build that dream life. So you will go through it. I promise you. Just stay accountable and remind yourself about all the achievements, all the accomplishments that you have done previously in your life. And also, this is very powerful step and always helps me move forward instead of focusing on my past. So, for example, I always remind myself about my progress. I view my progress. That's why it's very important that we track our habits, that we track our progress, because when we fail, when we meet a setback, when things are not working well, I view my progress. I look at my progress, all the products, all the services, all the things that I have done so far. I remind myself, wow, I have came very long in my journey. This is what I have done so far. I have done so much work, because usually problems or negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, they will try to convince us that we haven't done a good work, that we have been wasting our time, wasting our energy, and we're not doing a good work, we're not doing very well in our entrepreneurship. Usually those thoughts, they try to convince you that you're failing, you're not moving forward. But the best evidence for those negative thoughts, for those negative instinctive feelings, emotions that are caused by a bad day or bad sleep or failure in your business, they try to convince you that you have not done any good work, that you're failing, that you have wasted your time. But once I review my progress, my milestones, all the projects, all the tasks that I have done in my to-do lists, I view that book where I usually make my to-do list and I scratch all the projects, all the tasks, all the meetings that I have done. I look at my life from different perspective. I can see how far I have come, that I am on my way, I am on the right path toward my goals, toward my dreams. So those negative thoughts, feelings, emotions, that cycle can't stop me. It can't convince me that I'm not doing good work. No, my progress is a big evidence that I am on the right path, that I am on the right track toward those goals, those dreams. So these are the steps that usually helps me a lot and always keep me moving forward, and not just look back at my past, not just look at the problem, not focusing on the problem. And this is the last step that help you a lot in overcoming those days where stop focusing on the problem itself. Do not put so much focus on the problem, on the issue. Instead, focus on the solution. Because when you are focusing too much on the problem, you are so attached, you are so connected to the problem. So it feels like it's just getting worse and worse. And your feelings, your thoughts, your thinking, it just gets so negative. But when you change your focus from yourself, when you change your focus from the problem itself, when you change it to your solution, or when you are figuring out, when you are thinking about solving that issue or solving that problem or finding a solution for that problem so it won't happen again, your those thoughts, those feelings, those emotions, that cycle lose power on you. you it lose power on the issue. So you focus your power on the solution. And when you change your focus, you will figure out better solution. You will figure out more alternative ways to solve that particular problem or that particular issue. So do not focus too much on the problem, and remind yourself that you have gone through so many challenges, problems in your life previously, and you have overcome all those issues, all those obstacles previously, and you can do it now too. Believe in yourself. And the last step in these steps that I mentioned previously that will help you a lot manage those bad days, where do not look at problems or issues or challenges or setbacks or failures as permanent. They are not permanent, they are just temporary. And I promise you, you will go through it. Maybe today you're struggling, maybe you had a bad day today, but tomorrow is a better day for you. Tomorrow you will make progress. Tomorrow you will get closer to your goals, to your dreams. to your vision. So any problem you face, any issue that gets on your way, it's just temporary and it will fade away. It will be gone. It will be an old story. So your success, your passion, your drive, your motivation to become a very successful entrepreneur is permanent. Your success is permanent. That dream life is permanent. So focus on your life, focus on your future, and do not focus on those bad days. That's it. That's what I got for you in this episode. I hope you enjoyed the second part of the episode and got some tips, insights, practical steps that can help you manage those bad days so you don't feel like your life is collapsing. Instead, those are just hinders. Those are just obstacles, temporary issues that will gone and that will fade away. Please don't forget to follow me on iTunes or Spotify so you can get weekly content or episode, and leave a review. Follow me on social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, so you can get a new content weekly. Thank you so much for watching or listening to this content or episode, and I can't wait to publish a new one. Bye everyone. Did it! Finally!